Alright, this is problem 33, and it says a real estate agent's commission rate is 20%. He receives a commission of $47,100 on the sale of a home. How much did the home sell for? So with this problem we're identifying part, whole, and percent, and we can use two different equations to solve it. So what they're giving us is what we can first look at. Giving us a commission rate of 20% and a commission. And then they're asking for the sale. How much was the total sale? Okay, so commission rate, since it's 20%, is a giveaway. That would be the percent of the problem. And that's, so we'll take the easiest thing to identify first. And then when we're identifying part and whole, we have to sort of think logically. A commission is a portion of the sale price. So since that is only a portion of the sale price, it is part. So that $47,100 is the part. And then the whole would be the sale, the total sale, which will then equal X. So let's put here, let's give that a label. That equals the amount of commission. Alright, so let's plug our information into these problems. So we're going to plug the part in, $47,100. The percent is 20%. When you use this equation, putting the 20 as a fraction over 100 allows us to remove the percent sign. So when you write 20, write it just as 20, but you're going to put it over 100. So the identifying the whole here is our X, and then this is over 100. So then the next thing we do is we solve this proportion, because it is a percent proportion. So we're going to take these two numbers, multiply them, and set them equal to these two numbers multiplied. So then we have $47,100 times 100 equals 20 times X, and we can just say 20X. So then to complete this math problem, we need to simplify for the X, which means getting the X to be alone. So it's multiplied here, 20 times X, so that means we divide 20 on both sides of the equal sign. So you divide this side by 20, and you have to do the same thing on the other side, divide that by 20. And what that does is it makes this 20 over 20 then equals 1, and then a 1 times X is just X. So we now have this math equal to X. We can start to simplify the math. 100 has a 0, which can be divided by 10, and 20 can be divided by 10. So we're just bringing down the numbers a little. So then we do $47,100 times 10 over 2. So let's pull out the calculator just to make it clear. We're going to do $47,100 times 10, which is just adding a 0 to that number. So it comes $171,000. But then we're going to divide it by 2. We're not done. And that's $235,500. So when we did all of that math, we came up with this amount equals X. And that's how much the actual house sold for. And we solved it using the percent proportion problem. We can also take these same numbers and put them into this problem. In this case over here, when you put in a percent, you have to keep the percent sign on. 20% times the whole, which is the X, and we'll set it equal to the part, which is then $47,100. Okay, so we're going to change this percent to a decimal because you can't do any math with this number until you change it to a decimal. And to do that, the decimal is already here, and when you take a percent sign off, that's dividing by 100, so you move the decimal 2 places over to the left, and that will give you your new number of 0.20 or 0.20. X, we still have that X there, and that's still equal to $47,100. What we have now is a similar situation over here. We have to isolate that X. So we're going to take both sides and divide it by this number here, 0.2. So we'll put 0.20 just to keep it clear, and divide this by 0.20, which does our usual thing. 0.2 over 0.2, it doesn't matter the number, whether it's a decimal or not. Any number over the same number equals 1. And then 1 times X is just X. So then X will now equal $47,100 divided by 0.2. We should come up with the same answer as we did before. So let's clear that into 47,100 divided by 0.2. And there you go. $235,500 is the price of the house when we solve it that way as well.